My brother said it's been never seen anything like it.
1-1 to Nimmo.
That's lined into right center field, and that's down for a base hit, and the Mets will regain the lead. It goes by Chisholm and all the way back to the wall. Escobar is in. Right behind him, Narvaez. The relay throw to the plate. Narvaez slides. He's safe. It's a 2-run double for Brandon Nimmo, and the Mets go back in front 5-3. Well, we talked at the outset of this game about the Marlins and the way they're moving people out of position. Jazz Chisholm that time got beat on that ball, and it cost the Marlins an extra run. Nimmo's got a 3.
Fourth double of the year for Canna. So the Mets have a runner in scoring position. Guillorme the batter. The corners are in, expecting a bunt. And Guillorme drops down a bunt that hugs the line, and it might stay fair. They let it roll, and it's a fair ball.
Sweet.
How about that? Lay him down, Ziggy.
He couldn't have rolled it out there any better.
Perfect. Stayed away from the lip of the grass. Kind of touched it there and just stayed on inside the chalk.
Just perfection.
Lenny ran.
Tapped slowly up the third baseline. Same spot. Can you believe this? It's going to stay on the line. Oh, man. That is incredible. Twice in one inning, the ball rolls to a stop on the third base line. Huh. Wow. What are the odds?
It wanted to go foul. It just ran out of steam.
Right on the edge of the chalk. Not a bunt, but a swinging bunt. And that's going to be all for you, Darvish, is
through the set bat that he could throw a 3-2 frisbee.
Home run doesn't beat you.
3-2 to Machado.
Line toward the middle, one hopper to McNeil, to Lindor on to first, double play, and the ball game is over. Ottavino gets the double play grounder from Machado to get his first save of the year. Tylor Megill, 5 innings for the win. Home runs by Lindor and Alonso, and the Mets take the rubber game from the Padres, clinching a winning homestand as they beat San Diego 5-2.
Well, they out-hit the Pods 8.
Boy, he's out if the throw's accurate, Gary. How can that be a base hit? It's a big out.
I think the score is giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Well,
so it's 2-0 New York. Here's Alonso, and Pete hits one in the air to center field. That's deep. That goes wisely back near the wall, and it's out of here. Pete Alonso strikes again. His 10th home run of the year. The most home runs a Met has ever had before the end of April, and it's only the 21st. 4-0 New York as Alonso cashes in his 10th home run.
wow. Oh, he hung a slider.
So just when it looked like DeSclafani might be out of the inning on the little check swing topper by McNeil. 2-2 coming. And McNeil gets one in the air to right field. Thomas got turned around. Now back to the warning track near the wall, and he can't get it. Alonso around third. He's racing for the plate. McNeil heads to third. Jeff McNeil with an RBI triple, and the Mets go in front 9-8. First triple of the year for Jeff McNeil. The Mets have scored twice in the bottom of the 8th to go back in front, 9-8.
Jeff. So quick inside. He turns on this ball in. Look at him get the barrel there.
And Lane Thomas got twisted around like a pretzel.
Well, Lane Thomas just botched this one. Maybe a Florence Grotto here. I don't know.
That is only the Mets. Again, the 3-2.
And it's lined into right center field. A base hit. Canna is in. Here's Beatty to score. Nimmo being waved around third. The relay throw to the plate, not in time. Down to second, Lindor. He is safe. Lindor drives in 3, and the Mets take the lead 3-2. With the runners in motion on 3 and 2, Nimmo scores from first on a single by Lindor, clearing the bases and giving the Mets their first runs in the last 20 innings.
Garcia fell asleep at the switch here. Cutter that didn't cut. Muscles it up the middle. Runners full bore here on the run, and Nimmo. Garcia, watch him.
I think it was Abrams.
Abrams fell asleep. If he comes up throwing, Nimmo's going to be out. And credit Joey Cora right there with a very aggressive call.
Vientos 13 home runs in the minor leagues this year, including 1 yesterday. And he gets this one in the air to center field, but Siri should have room on the warning track at the wall, and it's out of here! Mark Vientos with the carry! 2-run homer to tie the game! That thing just kept going. Second major league home run. He hits one in his first big league game of the season and gives the Mets the spark they need. This game is tied at 2. Zone for ball 1. Patience, patience, patience. It's been the hard part for Alvarez in these RBI situations. Hitting just 150 with runners in scoring position this year. And he drives one deep left field. Back goes Raley. That ball's out of here. And the game is tied. Off the facing of the second deck, Francisco Alvarez brings the Mets back from the brink with a 3-run homer in the bottom of the 9th to tie the game at 5. The rookies have stepped front and center. Vientos a 2-run homer in the 7th. Alvarez a 3-run homer in the 9th to get the Mets even. And takes the first pitch slider for a strike, 0-1. Fairbanks, who throws about as hard as anybody, has really loved his slider in this game. Alonso drives one deep left field, really going back. It's out of here, and the Mets win it. Into the second deck, Alonso a 3-run shot, and the Mets walk it off for the first time this year. One to grow on for the New York Mets. The 2 youngsters kept the minute, and the best home run hitter in baseball wins it in the bottom of the 10th with a 3-run blast into the second deck. And the Mets win the game 8-7 in 10. Sid McNeil walked, and now it's 3-1 to Alonso.
And Pete flies one to right field. Back goes Brennan to the warning track at the wall. It's out of here! A game-tying grand slam from Pete Alonso. Oppo salami, and it's 7-7.
Pitch from Class A, perfect pitch from an almost perfect pitcher.
Alvarez digging in. 0-2 from Class A, and a ground ball toward the home base hit! Around third, Escobar. He heads for the plate. The throw by Kwan goes to the backstop. The game is tied. Alvarez down to second. It's 9-9. Never say die week for the New York Mets. Alvarez on an 0-2 pitch found the hole, and we're tied again.
Well, this is why Class A has blown some saves this year. Bad pitch, left down and in with that cutter, trying to go away off the plate, and Ramirez couldn't get to it. Hustled by Escobar, and do not forget the stolen base by Escobar that put him in a position to tie this game. Is to come off the base, but the only play there is to hold it and see if Alvarez takes a turn.
So you knew it was going to come down to this. Lindor with a chance to be the hero against his old team. Nimmo runs in a slide, base hit, and the Mets win it! Lindor against Cleveland gets the winning hit, and the Mets win 10-9. Oh, wow! Takes that slider down for ball one. So Stephan having trouble throwing strikes. He had only walked 6 batters in 18 2/3 innings coming in today. And Marte flies one out to right, pretty well hit. Back goes Brennan near the wall. It's out of here. Starling Marte flip-flops the game. Marte goes the other way for his second home run of the season, and the Mets are right back in front, 5-4.
Well, you get behind hitters. At some point, you got to.
Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming from Chafin to Alvarez.
And he flies one deep right field. McCarthy back near the wall. It's out of here! Francisco Alvarez ties the game. 2 out, 2 strikes. Home run in the top of the 9th. Alvarez strikes again. And the Mets come back off the mat to tie it in the 9th.
So now Canna, who was left in against the right-hander in the 7th, remember, and struck out against Scott McGough, now is in there against the left-hander here in the 9th.
And he drives one to center field. That's deep. Back goes Thomas. Back to the warning track. It's over his head. Racing for third, Beatty. He'll turn and score. Canna heads for third. He's got an RBI triple. And the Mets have the lead in the top of the 9th. Oh, wow! Mark Canna delivers a run-scoring triple, and it's 2-1 New York.
Well, they were asleep for 8 innings, and they have struck.
8 2/3.
Wow.
slider just recently got reinstated. He missed a couple of weeks with a left hamstring strain.
He's thrown that slider 59% of the time this year. And he'll face Jeff McNeil. The corners are in looking for the bunt. McNeil's got 0 for 4 tonight. And Jeff pulls one on the ground right over the bag. That's a fair ball, and that'll score Marte with the go-ahead run. McNeil digging for second, and he'll be in there standing with an RBI double on the first pitch thrown by Cosgrove, and the Mets go in front 4-3 in the 10th. So McNeil with the corners in, wastes no time hitting it right by Cronenworth over the bag. An RBI double to give the Mets the lead.
Well,
So now the Mets have McNeil at second, still nobody out, and now it's Alvarez who has 3 hits tonight, facing the left-hander. Last hit came off a left-hander, Tim Hill. He hits this one down the line. That's a fair ball, and that'll bring in McNeil as it went off Cronenworth's glove. The Mets have a 2-run lead in the 10th. 3 pitches thrown by Cosgrove, and the Mets have 2 runs in. Alvarez with a 4-hit game, and the Mets lead 5-3.